Good morning from the LEGOLAND Windsor Resort, where people are really enjoying this new sign. I've been stood here for a few minutes and I've been asked to take at least 10 photos, I think. Everyone wants a picture of it. It's great, I really love it. We will not just be at LEGOLAND Windsor today, I'll also be heading to Thorpe Park this afternoon. So stick around if you prefer your big thrills, but this is quite the thrill. This feels like a huge thrill to me. I'm really enjoying this new sign. Beautiful trees. That was a seriously nice way to start the day. Love it when parks invest in that kind of infrastructure. Great new archway there. Although Merlin gives and Merlin takes, because I'd love a ride on the old Sky ride right now, but alas, she is no more. Yikes. Worst of all, I don't even like minifigure speedway. Imagine queuing 65 minutes and then having to do a boomerang. God forbid. I just think this looks cheap. This doesn't look good. I still think they need to do more with this hillside. I mean, this just looks like it's a construction site. Ugh. I just find it too intense, backwards. It's too much for me. Ugh. Yeah, 65 minutes for the pleasure as well of feeling sick afterwards. No thanks. I mean, it looks alright, but I don't know. I just think it looks a bit cheap. The Roxy figure's cool, but yeah, I think it wasn't the best use of space. It would have been much nicer if they'd landscaped it properly onto that hillside, instead of just sort of having those construction walls still around it. It is weird to think there are now 3 roller coasters here though, where once there was just the rafts ride. That used to be my big brother's favourite ride growing up, those rafts which used to be on the hillside. He was devastated when I brought him back last year, I think, and he was like, "Where are the rafts? Why have they put a boomerang here?" What are you doing? That was absolute carnage in that queue line. They didn't have a member of staff on the merge point between reserve and ride and the main queue, so there was no one to even check if you had reserve and ride in the first place. So everyone from the reserve and ride queue were just sort of trying to funnel in, and obviously there were a lot of main queue people not happy. I had a few reserve and ride families push in front of me. It's not their fault, it's the park's fault for not having that staffed. That really needs to get staffed because, as I said, absolute carnage. Well, yeah, I'm not blaming the reserve and rides for pushing in front of me. They need to try and push in front of someone because no one's there to funnel them in appropriately. Get that fixed, Lego, come on. Ooh, I love Fairytale Brook. This is such a childhood classic. It's one of the best rides we have in the UK, if you ask me. I'm a sucker for a Disney ride. And this Disney knockoff is the best you're going to get in the UK. Here we go. Whoa! Just tried filming the merge point to try and prove my point, and then there were no reserve and ride families there. What a classic. Oh, I've not seen this before. The train stopped. We've got a member of staff having a little run. What's going on? Well, that is bizarre. He's now on the radio. He's at the crossing, just next to the submarine ride. And there's just a pile-up. I don't know what's going on. Very odd. In other news, Coast Guard HQ behind me has a 55-minute queue, and you can't even be a single rider anyway. So 2 reasons I won't be joining that queue. How bizarre. He's now walking up and down the train, talking to the guests on it. Don't know what's happened there. And the crossing is still down, just here. So it's resulting in this pile-up of people. I'm not going to be able to cross either. I guess I'll have to take another direction to wherever I'm going next. Oh well. I was going to go for a nice scenic walk around the lake area where the hotels are, but that's been scuppered now that train stopped. In all my years of going to Legoland, I've never seen that. Quite something, an exclusive cred. I'll tell you the one place I definitely wouldn't want to be right now, in that train queue. It's usually slow at loading at the best of times. Imagine on top of that, you're waiting for a half-an-hour train delay. I bet it was a bit slow, probably the news going back to the station that it was even stopped in the first place. Ugh, I can't think of anything worse than being in that queue. I mean, obviously there are some things worse than being in that queue. Poverty, for example. But in general, that does not look fun. Some seriously miserable faces in that queue line when I just walk past, understandably. There is a show going on this summer on the lake. It's called Lego City Live, apparently. 3 show times a day. I had the worst fish and chips of my life here last season. Won't be going there again today. I don't know, fish might be different this year, but God, it was real bad. Me and my brother thought it was inedible. We didn't even finish it when we were there. I say we didn't even finish it like there was a choice. There was no choice. It was completely rank, inedible food. It was more we couldn't finish it, physically speaking, than we didn't, like it was a choice. With that being said, they might have changed the fish that they're serving there now, considering when I was at Chesington the other day, the fish was actually pretty good. Check out my video, Chesington's Best Land. It's episode 4, Shipwreck Coast. And while you're there, check out the whole series. We've had 6 episodes so far, and there'll be 6 more to come. 5 more land episodes where I go around the lands, and then a season finale when I once and for all rank them all. Big Thunder Maximus meets Maximus the Sky Lion. What a special day. Although unfortunately I don't think I'll be flying with the Sky Lion today. Yes he is, yes he is. It didn't look like it was 50 minutes, but was still a little too long when I had a look inside. I actually quite like Laser Raiders. Won't be riding today because yet again a huge queue. But I think it has a bad rep, and I don't know why. I think the guns are a bit too noisy for my liking, but apart from that, I actually think it's quite sweet. I would like to stress that I don't have a phobia of getting into queue lines. It must look like I'm absolutely terrified of waiting in them. It's just because I'll be heading to Thorpe Park soon when I meet up with Megan. And I don't want to get into a huge queue if we'll be heading off soon. can't say I'm a big fan of Ninjago. Ninjago likes me, I don't like Ninjago. I usually get the high score of the day, presumably because it's designed for children and I am an adult. But yeah, I'm not a big fan. I just come off feeling in pain. My little wrist's aching. I would devour a ride on Pirate Falls right now, but presumably this is going to have one of the biggest queues on park. What does it say? 60 minutes. So unfortunately no time for that, but I love Pirate Falls. I think it's actually a really well themed log flume. And they're a dying art in the UK, log flumes. Oh, especially, don't get me started on Tiger Rock. Watch that episode from My Land of the Tigers. I was not very favourable. I was not particularly nice about the state it's been left in recently, but not that Pirate Falls, it still looks great. Oh, so many childhood memories coming up to this castle. Special. You're never going to believe it, I'm actually getting in the queue line. First time for everything. I love the dragon too much. It says it's 50 minutes. I don't think it is, from where I've seen it. It will depend. No, they're not queuing in this coming turret, only the second turret. We might be alright, I think. God, it's a beautiful building. Some of the best theming in the UK right here. Special. Did you like or you didn't like it? That was one of the most excruciating queue lines I think I've ever waited in. It felt a lot longer than 35 minutes. The dispatchers, they were sending it once every 4 minutes or so. What's going on? And it was stacking every train. And the reserve and ride queue was huge, so it was only half a train was being filled from the main queue. Yeah, not good, not good. The ride was great. Loved the dragon. It's, I think, one of the best themed roller coasters in the UK. Might be the UK's best themed roller coaster, but yeah, those ops were not great. I mean, the staff member on batch, he was trying his best, but I understand why he's doing 50-50. 50% coming in from reserve and ride, 50% from the main queue, because he had an absolutely massive reserve and ride queue. But yeah, I can't say the attendant was doing the best. The one who was checking the bars, there wasn't much urgency. Said all the trains were stacking, and when you've got an absolutely massive reserve and ride queue like that, which completely halts the progress of the main queue, well, not completely halts it, but severely slows it down by 50%, you gotta be sending the trains with a bit more haste. When I used to work on the Vampire, we'd get those trains out on a hot summer's day. We knew the fast track queue needed to move, and we'd make it move. That queue line has finished me off. So I'm now heading up the hill, back to the top of the park, meeting Megan, and then we're gonna hightail it to Thorpe. Let's see if the trains are sent a little quicker over there. Sidebar, I am deathly hungover. My friends Joe and Archie held a barbecue yesterday, which was very nice, but has left me in a bit of a sore state this morning. So I'm not sure if riding all those big boy rides over at Thorpe Park is the best idea, but we'll plough on. We do it all for the love of fun, as the old Staff Merlin logo motto used to be. This is a nice wall with the history of Legoland all along its side. Now that Viking River Splash is closed. I loved Viking River Splash when it first opened. I was here opening day. I remember it was quite funny because we ran down the other path thinking that's got to be the quickest way. Didn't realise it was on the hillside and there was a path you could now take, this path, many moons ago. Yeah, that was a funny old day. As I said, we ran straight down sort of where the 4D cinema is, and then all the way round the park, thinking that would be the quickest way to get to Vikings, not realising this pathway was now open. So we hoped to be on one of the first boats of the day. We were very much not on one of the first boats of the day by the time we got there, once the queue had piled up after our idiotic GPSing to the ride. It is beautiful how many trees they've got here at Legoland Windsor. Very nice. All the rides nestled away in those trees. No time for the Lego store, I'm afraid. Got to get to Thorpe. Love this archway, I know. I've been glazing it all video, but really great. I will see you next time, Legoland Windsor. Goodbye, Legoland. We're on the bus heading to Windsor Station, and then we'll be going to Staines, Britain's sunniest place. The nicest place to be. So we took the bus into Windsor. Now we're walking to the train station, going to get the train to Staines. Megsy is now here.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. Yeah, exciting time. We made it! We're just walking in and looks like there's a lot of police outside the entrance of the park. Welcome to Thorpe Park! Good to see we're going to be in for a Thorpe Park kind of day. We're in! I know everyone says it all the time, but it is crazy to think. Saw used to look so big just there. Now it looks like a kiddie coaster after Hyperia got put in.
Nemesis Inferno, the worst Nemesis.
Sensory overload.
Colossus is 20, but Colossus is on my no ride list, so I can't do that.
Okay.
Detonator 20, Vortex 25.
We're at Thorpe Park. I wouldn't say I'm happy to be at Thorpe Park, but we're here. The facts are we're here.
Take your seat, pull your harness down, and buckle up.
I have some positive things to say. First time for everything. I really enjoyed Stealth. What did you think, Megsy?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Okay. Megsy always gets a little worried about her hair on those ones. Apologies for calling you out, but I feel like maybe that's why your enjoyment is never as high as it could be, because you're worried your hair's going to fall off. But yeah, I thought that you forget how bloody snappy those launches are. They really don't make them how they used to. I think we're so used to doing all those LSMs, it's quite a shock suddenly getting on a proper launch. We were going to go to the Swarm, but we discovered that The Walking Dead is only 10 minutes, and unlike most people, I actually like The Walking Dead. So I'm excited. Megsy says I can do it. She let me. But I don't think you like it that much, do you?
I think it's fun. It wouldn't be my first go-to ride, but it's fun.
It's fun. I think they maybe have actors for something they do. Live actors, all spooky. It was the craziest thing. We made it to the safe zone, but then more zombies were there at the end. I don't think their safe zone's very effective. They've really got to look into that. I actually, as I said previously, really enjoy that ride, and they had some actors in there, as I said. And for once, instead of them just being zombies, you kind of had someone who, I guess, worked for the safe zone. He was in the cafeteria when you got off the ride, and he was like, you guys need to get out of here, follow the path all the way around and stuff, and was kind of on brand with the original pre-show. Yeah, good on him. That was quite good. Well, unfortunately, yeah, wasn't that spooky though, because obviously, instead of having two actors scaring you, there was just the one zombie actor, and then he was being more your friend than your foe, as it were. So it wasn't that spooky, but was good fun. I like The Walking Dead.
Or just joining our queue. Approximate waiting time is 45 to 50 minutes. That is 45 to 50 minutes. Thank you.
Hello, we just did The Swarm. Megzy London, you're a big fan, tell me.
I love The Swarm. I really, really do. I think it's the best coaster here. F*** your Hyperias.
We don't do, well, that's going to be a lot of bleeps now. We get it. You don't like Hyperia, that's okay. Yeah, I thought that was riding really well. And nice to not be on a bumpy B&M wing coaster on like resident Chessington's Manager of Mayhem. But no, I really enjoyed that actually. In recent years it's become a bit too intense for me, but I thought that was quite nice. Maybe I'm maturing.
Hi guys, welcome back to Moments with Megs. We just got off Nemesis Inferno, the inferior Nemesis, if old Nemesis was still about. We had a really good time, as you all know, well hopefully you know, it's obviously very intense. Just how I like it, just how I like it. Where did we sit? Row 5, I had the larger seat, Max was on the outside. He had a good time. He felt like his face was going a bit funny at one point. He had a Burger King burger just before, so he's just taken a moment to collect his thoughts.
It was a Mission Space Orange moment.
It was a Mission Space Orange moment for Max. Again, the superior Mission Space. You know, no one's going for green. Green is boring. You want orange. I'm just a thrill seeker, baby. That's me.
Oh God, more lovely trees. Aren't we having a blessed day? Thorpe, you gotta get the mist back in this tunnel, come on. That's the best part of the ride, get the mist going. It is time to forge our fearless. Hyperia. Probably will be our last ride of the day. Oh, she's big. Wowzers. we just had our ride on Hyperia. It was only my second ever ride. I quite enjoyed it actually. I agree with everyone though saying you get to the end going, where's the second half? I'm ready for the slow kind of bendy S-bends, little bunny hills, and they just never come. But I think it was good fun. Yeah, enjoyed it. It's very disorientating, isn't it? Throws you around left, right and centre. Megsy, a fan of my Hyperia or not?
Yeah, Hyperia is really good for the UK. I think we needed it. I wish it'd done a bit more, but it's good. It's good for the UK. You know, it's got quite a low height restriction, so all the young foosies can get on it, which is good. I just think it needs more in order to impress me. It's not a top 10 coaster.
You've heard it here first. Okay, well that brings us to the end of our day. 2 parks, 1 day. Pretty exciting. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. We have fun. We have fun here sometimes.
We have so much fun.
If you like fun, stick around. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.